Well, the idea of a device that turns pollution into something positive seems too good to be true, but it's a reality for our next guest who's developing technology that transforms planet-warming carbon dioxide into something useful. Joining us now is Ted Sargent, professor of electrical and computer engineering at the University of Toronto. Ted, I want to say congratulations, but I do want to jump right in. This is the device. Tell me, what does it do?
So it takes carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide could come from, say, a chemical factory, could come from a cement or a steel plant. It also takes renewable electricity. So this could come from solar cells or a wind farm. And it does the chemistry between those things to make ethylene, an ingredient in plastics.
Okay, so you say an ingredient in plastics, but how commonplace is ethylene, and you know, where is the benefit? Like, what's it doing that's benefiting the end result, like climate change?
So polyethylene is made from ethylene. The ethylene market is about a $100 billion a year market, so it's huge industry. And the ways in which you see it around your home, or you see it in plastic bags, you see it in your recycling bag, and you also see it in the form of ethylene glycol. So you see it in your washer fluid.
Okay, so it's making something we need anyway, and it's making it out of something that we don't want to be putting into the atmosphere.
That's right.
So that's a net. How big of a solution are we talking about here? Because I'm looking at this and it looks like a tiny little metal box. Yeah. But what could the end result be in terms of the benefit to the planet?
So when we scale this and when we make further progress in its performance, if we just addressed the ethylene polyethylene market, as I said, it's big dollars. It corresponds to the order of 1% of global CO2 emissions. That doesn't sound like much on its own, but the concept is that if we can make chemicals from CO2 and solar electricity, all of a sudden we're accessing about 10% of global CO2 emissions that way.
Okay, so that's the environmental side. What about the economic benefit?
A lot of us believe that we need to find new strategies to make CO2 into value. At the moment, it's something we're trying to avoid. Yeah. It's a liability. But by being able to synthesize something that we need anyway and that the market will pay for, we're creating a market for the consumption and the avoidance.
Oh, I like that. That's interesting. Okay, I got to ask, though, and knowing nothing about science, is there a downside? What's the flip side? What's the catch?
There's no catch, but there's more work to be done.
Okay.
So we managed to show in this recent report in the journal Nature that we could increase the efficiency with which we did that. That's really important because the energy cost dominates the cost of our product, but we need to improve it further. So there's always more work to be done.
Is it currently cost prohibitive, or have you reached that tipping point?
At this point, we're right near the tipping point. We need to take it further in order for people to be able to make money by consuming CO2.
So you could really be changing an entire paradigm as to how we see CO2.
That's right. We turn it from a liability into something that we use, a feedstock, an asset.
That's a big deal. Talk to me about the team that you have that has helped you get this far. You said this has been 5 years in the making.
It's a big team. It's a team from all around the globe. It's people who are chemists and material scientists and electrical engineers and chemical engineers. They all come together to work on a problem that they think is really important societally, environmentally, and they're also fascinated by the science.
Ted, the more we talk about this, the more I can appreciate what exactly you've done and what you're doing. This could be quite significant. So thank you for introducing us to this technology. We appreciate it. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.